plants have been used as medicine for thousands of years, long before pharmacies, laboratories, and modern hospitals existed. Across Asia, Africa, Europe, and the Americas, communities learned through centuries of observation that certain herbs appeared to soothe the skin, calm the mind, ease digestion, or support the body's natural defenses. While modern medicine has transformed healthcare and remains essential for diagnosing and treating disease, traditional herbal knowledge continues to attract scientific interest because many of these plants contain naturally occurring compounds that researchers are still studying today. One of the most fascinating aspects of medicinal gardening is that some of the most valuable herbs are surprisingly easy to grow. Many thrive in ordinary backyards, require very little maintenance, and often return year after year. Others grow wild along country paths, meadows, and hedgerows, quietly carrying histories that stretch back centuries. Among the herbs most closely associated with relaxation is lemon balm. A member of the mint family, lemon balm has been cultivated since ancient Greece and Rome, where it was prized for its pleasant citrus fragrance and calming qualities. Historical records suggest that medieval monasteries frequently grew lemon balm in their medicinal gardens, and herbalists commonly recommended it to ease nervous tension and encourage restful sleep. Modern research has explored lemon balm for its potential effects on mood, stress, and sleep quality. Several studies suggest that compounds naturally present in the leaves may help promote feelings of relaxation, although research continues to investigate exactly how these effects occur. Whether prepared fresh or dried, lemon balm remains one of the world's most popular herbs for evening herbal teas because of its mild flavor and gentle aroma. Another herb traditionally associated with peaceful evenings is chamomile. Its small daisy-like flowers have become one of the most recognizable ingredients in herbal tea around the world. Historical records indicate that the ancient Egyptians dedicated chamomile to the sun because they believed it possessed remarkable healing qualities. The Greeks and Romans later incorporated it into both medicine and everyday life. Today, chamomile continues to be one of the most widely studied medicinal herbs. Scientists have identified several naturally occurring plant compounds that may contribute to its relaxing properties. Although herbal tea should never be considered a replacement for medical treatment, many people enjoy chamomile as part of a calming bedtime routine. Beyond relaxation, traditional herbal texts frequently mention chamomile for digestive comfort, making it a popular choice after meals as well as before sleep. Lavender shares a similar reputation, although it is perhaps even more famous for its fragrance than for its medicinal history. Native to the Mediterranean region, lavender has been cultivated for well over 2,000 years. Ancient Romans added it to bathwater, while later European herbalists recommended it for easing stress and freshening homes. Modern aromatherapy has helped revive lavender's popularity. Numerous studies have examined the effects of lavender essential oil on anxiety and sleep quality, with encouraging findings in certain situations. Whether grown in gardens or dried for storage, lavender remains one of the most recognizable medicinal herbs in the world. Its distinctive scent has become almost universally associated with relaxation. While calming herbs often receive the most attention, some plants have earned their reputation by supporting the body's natural defenses. Elder is one of the best-known examples. Throughout Europe, the elder tree has occupied a unique place in both folklore and traditional medicine. Every part of the tree has inspired stories, legends, and practical uses. In late spring, elder produces clusters of fragrant cream-colored flowers. By late summer, those flowers develop into dark purple berries rich in naturally occurring pigments called anthocyanins. Traditional herbal preparations often use both elder flowers and elderberries for seasonal wellness, particularly during colder months. Modern laboratory studies have investigated elderberries because they contain antioxidants and vitamins, although researchers continue to study their full potential. It is important to note that raw elderberries should not be eaten, as they require proper preparation before consumption. Traditionally, they have been cooked into syrups, jams, or teas rather than consumed fresh. Another plant with an impressive historical reputation is echinacea. Native to North America, echinacea was widely used by several indigenous nations long before European settlers documented its medicinal value. Historical accounts describe its use for wounds, infections, insect bites, and general health support. During the 19th century, echinacea became one of the most commonly prescribed botanical medicines in North America. Interest declined for several decades before returning in the late 20th century, when researchers began studying its possible role in supporting immune function. Today, echinacea remains one of the world's most recognized herbal supplements. Scientists continue investigating its active compounds and their interaction with the immune system. Although research findings remain mixed, its long history of traditional use continues to make it a favorite among herbal enthusiasts. Some medicinal plants have gained recognition not because they were cultivated, but because they grew freely across fields and grasslands. Yarrow belongs firmly in this category. Its delicate white flower clusters and feather-like leaves have appeared in traditional medicine throughout Europe, Asia, and North America for thousands of years. Archaeological evidence suggests that Neanderthals may even have used yarrow, making it one of humanity's oldest documented medicinal plants. Its botanical name, Achillea millefolium, honors the legendary Greek warrior Achilles. According to ancient mythology, Achilles used yarrow to help treat wounded soldiers during the Trojan War. While mythology cannot be accepted as historical evidence, it reflects the plant's long-standing association with wound care. Traditional herbalists commonly prepared yarrow as poultices, infused oils, or tinctures for minor cuts and bruises. The plant also appeared in herbal teas intended to support digestion and general wellness. Modern research has identified numerous biologically active compounds within yarrow, although scientists continue studying their potential applications. Calendula presents a fascinating contrast because it is both ornamental and medicinal. Its bright golden flowers have illuminated cottage gardens for centuries, while quietly serving practical purposes beyond decoration. Calendula has traditionally been used to soothe irritated skin, support the healing of minor cuts, and comfort dry or damaged skin. Herbalists often prepare calendula as infused oils, creams, salves, and balms because many of its beneficial compounds dissolve effectively into oils. Laboratory research has identified flavonoids, carotenoids, and other plant compounds that may contribute to calendula's anti-inflammatory properties. Although more research continues, its popularity in natural skin care remains remarkably strong. Interestingly, calendula has also been used in cooking. The brilliant orange petals were sometimes added to soups, rice dishes, and butter as a natural coloring agent, earning the flower the nickname, "Poor man's saffron." While it does not reproduce saffron's flavor, it certainly contributes impressive color. Perhaps one reason calendula has survived in traditional gardens for so many centuries is its simplicity. It flowers generously, attracts pollinating insects, and often reseeds itself naturally, making it accessible even for beginner gardeners. Not every medicinal herb enjoys widespread recognition today. Southernwood is one example of a plant that has gradually faded from mainstream awareness despite centuries of traditional use. Sometimes called lad's love or the cola plant because of its unusual fragrance, southernwood belongs to the wormwood family. Historical herbal texts describe its use for digestive complaints and as a traditional remedy against intestinal parasites. Its strongly aromatic leaves also served another practical purpose. Before modern insect repellents existed, bundles of southernwood were commonly hung inside homes or carried in clothing to discourage insects. The plant became associated with cleanliness, vitality, and protection in many parts of Europe. Although southernwood receives relatively little scientific attention today compared with herbs like chamomile or echinacea, it remains an interesting reminder that many forgotten plants once played important roles in everyday life. Medicinal gardening also encourages a different way of looking at common landscapes. What many people dismiss as weeds may possess long histories of traditional use. The dandelion is a perfect example. Often removed from lawns without hesitation, nearly every part of the plant has appeared in traditional herbal medicine. The leaves have been consumed as nutritious greens, the flowers transformed into syrups and wines, and the roots roasted to produce caffeine-free beverages. Modern nutritional analysis shows that dandelion contains vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Researchers continue exploring its biological properties, although many traditional claims require further scientific investigation. Similarly, plants like mullein, feverfew, passionflower, and lemongrass continue attracting both herbalists and researchers because of their long-standing historical uses. An interesting pattern emerges when examining medicinal plants across cultures. Communities separated by thousands of miles often discovered remarkably similar uses for completely different species. Plants with strong aromas frequently became associated with relaxation or digestion. Plants producing colorful flowers often found their way into skincare preparations. Trees producing nutrient-rich berries became valuable seasonal foods as well as medicinal resources. Although these observations developed independently, they reveal humanity's remarkable ability to learn through careful observation over many generations. Preparation methods also evolved according to the chemistry of each plant. Water-based preparations, such as teas and infusions, became common for leaves and flowers because many beneficial compounds dissolve readily into hot water. Roots and bark often required longer simmering to release their constituents, creating what herbalists call decoctions. Some herbs were preserved in alcohol to produce tinctures, allowing extracts to remain stable for extended periods. Others were infused into oils before being transformed into creams, salves, and ointments designed for external use. These preparation methods remain widely practiced today, not because they are fashionable, but because centuries of experimentation demonstrated which techniques work best for different plant materials. Natural skincare provides another fascinating example of traditional botanical knowledge. Long before synthetic cosmetics existed, communities relied on plant oils, seed butters, beeswax, and herbal infusions to protect skin exposed to harsh weather. Calendula often appeared in these preparations because of its traditional reputation for soothing irritated skin. Lavender contributed fragrance, while also providing aromatic compounds valued by herbalists. Shea butter, originating from West Africa, became treasured because of its rich moisturizing properties. For generations, families processed shea nuts into nourishing butter used for protecting skin from heat, dryness, and environmental damage. Cocoa butter developed a similarly respected reputation throughout Central and South America. Extracted from cacao beans, it became valued for helping soften and protect the skin while contributing a pleasant natural aroma. Modern natural skincare frequently combines these traditional ingredients with herbal infusions, reflecting centuries of accumulated knowledge rather than recent trends. Herbal teas remain one of the simplest ways people continue interacting with medicinal plants today. Unlike concentrated supplements, herbal teas encourage slower, more intentional rituals. Preparing a cup of tea requires patience. Water must be heated. Leaves must steep. Aromas gradually fill the room. Even before the first sip, the experience itself begins encouraging relaxation. Many traditional bedtime blends combine chamomile, lemon balm, lavender, mint, and rose petals. Each ingredient contributes its own flavor while complementing the others. Mint adds freshness and has long been associated with digestive comfort. Rose petals provide delicate floral notes, and have traditionally been linked with emotional well-being. Chamomile and lemon balm create the calming foundation. Lavender contributes its unmistakable fragrance. Together they produce a balanced herbal infusion that has remained popular across generations. One of the greatest lessons medicinal gardening teaches is patience. Unlike pharmaceutical products manufactured inside factories, herbs develop according to natural seasons. Seeds germinate when conditions become favorable. Leaves mature slowly. Flowers appear briefly before fading. Harvesting must occur at the correct stage if the highest quality is desired. Drying requires proper airflow. Storage demands protection from moisture and sunlight. Every step rewards careful attention rather than speed. This slower rhythm encourages people to reconnect with seasonal cycles that modern life often obscures. Scientific research into medicinal plants continues expanding every year. Researchers now use sophisticated laboratory techniques to identify plant compounds, investigate biological mechanisms, and evaluate traditional claims through controlled clinical studies. Sometimes scientific findings support centuries of traditional knowledge. Sometimes results remain inconclusive. Occasionally long-held beliefs prove inaccurate. This ongoing dialogue between traditional herbalism and modern science benefits everyone because it encourages evidence-based understanding while respecting cultural history. One important principle should always guide discussions about medicinal herbs. Natural does not automatically mean safe. Many plants contain powerful chemical compounds capable of interacting with medications or producing unwanted side effects. Correct identification is essential because poisonous species sometimes resemble edible or medicinal plants. Pregnant women, young children, and individuals with chronic medical conditions should always consult qualified healthcare professionals before using herbal preparations. Responsible herbalism begins with education. Books written by experienced botanists and qualified herbalists remain valuable resources. Botanical gardens offer opportunities to study living plants. Local conservation groups often organize guided walks that teach proper identification. Learning directly from knowledgeable instructors reduces the risk of dangerous mistakes while building appreciation for regional biodiversity. Perhaps the greatest gift medicinal plants offer is not simply their traditional uses, but the curiosity they inspire. A single flower can lead to centuries of history. A common weed may reveal forgotten cultural traditions. An ordinary cup of herbal tea can become a reminder that people across countless generations relied upon the natural world with remarkable knowledge and respect. Whether grown in a backyard garden or discovered during a walk through the countryside, medicinal plants continue connecting science, history, culture, and nature in ways few other subjects can. Their stories remind us that humanity's relationship with the plant world has always been far deeper than decoration or food alone, and that many of the world's oldest botanical traditions still have valuable lessons to offer today.